What is going on, guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today on the West Ham Unofficial YouTube channel we do have an episode of the review where I am going to be reviewing West Ham's game last night against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium, where we did lose 2-1. Yeah, that's about it for that bit. I don't know where to start, but I guess we will start with the goals, where in the 25th minute Lacazette put the Gunners in front with Aubameyang puts a cross in and Lacazette heads a free header into the back of the net past Fabianski, which was on the 25th minute, which was halfway through the first half, where I thought, until that moment, I thought we were fully in the box. It didn't really look a danger. They had one or two attacks, but we were looking the more dangerous side. We were looking the side that were more likely to put the ball in the back of the net. But that's the way it goes. And then just on the stroke of half-time, a perfect goal from Mikel Antonio, where Fredericks puts the ball into the box and Antonio just gets a foot on it to put the ball in the back of the net. He made contact. If he didn't make contact, obviously it wouldn't have gone in. And just a little tap made it 1-1, and it was one apiece going into half-time, where I thought that wasn't really... I thought we should have been winning because the chances we had, and I thought definitely if we would have gone in 1-0 down, we would have been very hard done by. I thought we didn't deserve to go in 1-0 down, but 1-1 was kind of fair. But then the second half, I'm going to get onto that bit later, but we're just going through the goals now. So Eddie Nketiah got the winner for Arsenal in the 85th minute, where Saka threaded the ball through to Ceballos in the penalty box, and then he just poked it across the penalty box to Nketiah, who puts the ball in the back of the net to make the winner. So it's just so frustrating. It's really, really frustrating, and the management was poor last night, I thought. The starting lineup for a starter and the subs that he made and what time he made the subs, he was so slow to react. I thought I thought the poor sub was I would have said bring Yarmolenko on for 4 hours, because he did absolutely nothing out on that wing. As I said in last week's video, he's not a winger. He should not be playing in the wing. He should be playing in a central position, but no, he's out on the wing again and he did absolutely nothing. But instead, Bowen, he wasn't great. He got himself into dangerous positions, but just didn't have that pass or that shot to end off his run. But he took Bowen off and brought Yarmolenko on, whereas Bowen has got more of a defensive mindset. Well, he doesn't, but he's got more defensive mentality than Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko, he can't defend, and that was the reason why we did go 2-1 down, because Yarmolenko wasn't marking his man, so Saka just had an easy ball through, and then he could pass it on easily to Ceballos. So that was that. So as I said, Bowen can track back, and that was just an awful substitution. He made substitutions too late, and I think that did cost us the game. So it was poor to lose that game. We always go to Arsenal and we always put in a good performance. Just before lockdown, we went to the Emirates and we deserved something from that game, but we didn't get anything. I thought with the starting lineup, surely he would have started Haller or Anderson, because they had a good game in midweek in the Carabao Cup. They thought that gives them confidence to play him, but no, he doesn't play him. He brings on Haller after the goal in the 85th minute, and then Anderson on the 88th minute to give him like 3 minutes. It's just appalling. It just almost Moyes is telling them, I don't trust you, I'm going to bring you on for 5 minutes at the end. It's just awful. I don't know where he's thinking or getting all of these ideas from, because I don't know. It's just absolutely awful management last night, and how we thought that was a good idea not to start Haller, how we thought it was a good idea to bring on Antonio on the 88th minute. It blows my mind. But yeah. But on a more positive note, Masuaku made an appearance that doesn't happen that often as a wing-back, as Moyes switched around the formation with playing wing-backs. I thought he played very well, winning them second balls, getting down the wing, creating chances. which is positive. Obviously, as I said, that role does suit him. He can't play left back because he can't defend. He's more attacking, and it's a perfect position for him, and it showed last night because he was one of our best players. So a overview on the first half is we were the far better side. We were winning headers, we were winning the second balls, but it just, in my opinion, I just don't know how that happened really. I just don't know how we've lost that game with the chances we had, which I'm going to get onto in a bit. It never seems to happen that we win the second balls. We play so well, and in my opinion, minus the goal, we were looking comfortable in the first half. We were really looking comfortable, and yeah. Creswell again didn't have a good game. This is why I keep going back to it, but we need to sign a left back. We need someone to replace Creswell because he had another pretty much rubbish game. And on to a very, very big talking point of that game is that in the first half, a couple of hours before, Victor Lindelof had a penalty put against him for a handball where he was kind of running and his arm was in a natural position by VAR, but it just shows you the inconsistency of VAR, where Gabriel's arm was up like this, it hit him there, and they were on about the shirt sleeve. No, it hit there, that is handball, it should have been a penalty. That was when it was 1-0, I think it's on like the 35th minute. If we would have been given a penalty there, I think we would have won that game, and it just shows that VAR is so inconsistent, it's awful, and that is another pointer of why we have lost that game. And even Alan Smith, he's an Arsenal fan, said that is the inconsistency. He was all Arsenal commentating on that game, but he said that if that Lindelof one was given, the Gabriel one should have been given. I just don't know, all of these things happening. VAR, sort it out. I don't know what the hell they were looking at if they were giving that Victor Lindelof one and not give it to us. So moving on to an overview on the second half, Arsenal definitely did come into the game a lot more in the second half, except for 5 minutes around the hour mark where we got about 3 amazing chances that surely one of them should have been put in the back of the net. We had Antonio hit the bar on did a header and it hit the bar. We had the ball on the goal line where Leno came out and he fumbled it, and somehow he got back into net and saved it right on the goal line. It's just so unlucky. It wasn't our day. They didn't want us to win. And Souček also had a free header that he just flopped over the bar, it's just so frustrating that we had the chances but we just couldn't put them in the back of the net. So obviously our missed chances did cause costly. In the first half we could have scored at least a couple of goals, and in the second half how we didn't score is absolutely beyond me, because the chances we had, as I said a couple of minutes ago, it's just we needed Haller there. If Haller would have been there, I think, no offence to Antonio, he had quite a good game, but he just hasn't got a striker's finishing. I think Haller would have easily put one of them in the back of the net if he wasn't bring on the 85th minute, David Moyes. So yeah, as I was saying, if he would have started Haller, I think it would have been a completely different game. That little bit more quality in the final third, I think, would have gone wonders, and I think we would have beat Arsenal at the Emirates. But there's one more statement to go. The bottom line is Arsenal took their chances. They had 3 shots on target. They scored 2 of them, and that is that. The bottom line is Arsenal took their chances. We didn't, and that sums the game up. So if you have enjoyed today's preview, it's just coming up to 9 minutes and 8 seconds. Please give it a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. We've got up a few subs this week, and if we could get to 200 subscribers by the end of the year, that would be amazing. And I will see you on Wednesday for West Ham Wednesday. But until then, West Ham, you played well, but not well enough. Come on, you Irons.